Good day and welcome back to another Vampire Survivors video. In this video, we're going to be setting up a little bit of a gold farm with Sigma. So, why do you want to farm gold? Well, it's very simple. Basically, some characters cost a lot of gold. Some of the final levels of upgrades cost a lot of gold for certain challenges and things. And then obviously the, buying of eggs for your characters. So, farming gold is a thing. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take Queen Sigma, who's very kind of late game-ish character that you unlock. You take her, then you're going to head to the Bone Zone, Le Bone Zone. It's got a huge gold bonus. So you want to look for a stage with a nice big fat gold bonus. It's got the highest as of now. It's also a 30-minute stage, so it's a long stage, which is good. And then you're going to go to go to the Bone Zone. It's the biggest boost. Then we're going to have Hyper. Okay, we're not going to have Hurry because there's no point, right? It's just EXP bonus and clock speed, and we don't want that. We want the match to run as long as possible. Then we have Arcanas. You can have Limit Break, and you can have Endless enabled, of course. You can also have Inverse. I do suggest it. It makes things a lot easier. You can have random events as well if you want to, and random level up, but I would suggest just having random events. Okay, then how we set it up. So we will go down, click start, very lovely. Then we're going to need some certain arcanas. So you're going to need Disco of Gold. Okay, definitely. Right, you're going to need I believe it is Wicked Season, okay, because of all the stat gains and everything. Then it's Saraband of Healing, okay, so we just it should be at the top. I can't remember order. There we go. Saraband of Healing, so we can keep healing, right? And then everything else is kind of optional. You can pick up what you want. Silent Old Sanctuary if you really want to, or you can pick up Slash if you really want to, but ideally, Disco Gold is the one you want to take, and we're going to take it very importantly. So we're going to take Disco Gold, and then from there we're pretty much good to go, just so that people can know. Now, in terms of what you want, so obviously we've got Victory Sword. We're going to take Greatest Jubilee. Okay, so we're going to take Greatest Jubilee for a little bit of damage. Then we will take, I think next we're going to take Wicked Season. So now we've got Disco Gold and Wicked Season. And then we just want to have some Lightning Ring. And I think then we're pretty much good to go. So that's all ready. Then from there, we're going to pick up Saraband of Healing. There we go. So now we should be healing very nicely. And then I think we're pretty much good to go. We just need passives we'll have to go through now, but we'll need Laurel. So we can pick up Laurel, that would be great. Armadillo, okay, there we go, that's fine. We'll pick up, we need Serena's Box, and we need Skull. Victory Sword will just upgrade for now, and we should be good. That's pretty much it. And then there we go. We'll take the Attractor Orb just now, which will be very important. Let's go. Just grab. I want to just grab everything we need so you can see the build up here. Serena's Box, okay, Laurel, perfect. Serena's Box, Crown, of course, but Clover is what we actually need, but Attractor Orb is fine. Just so we can expand. See, here you're going to end up buying a whole bunch of stuff from this guy, but it's fine. Let's go like this. Awesome. Attractor Orb, absolutely lovely. And then I think we're pretty much good. We'll need a couple more abilities, so what we'll take next is we're going to take I just need my passives. I'll pull my lower clover. Okay, there we go, perfect. Definitely need clover. And if you have the option to speed up your game, you can do that. It's not really a problem. Clover, spinach, you can take later on, that's not a problem. You can always get that later on, like when you need to. Most important is the Skullomaniac. So we just need the skull for the curse boost. That's the ideal one. Candelabra you can also take as well. But Stone Mask and the skull are the most crucial left that we need to grab. So let's grab, there we go. Then we just need Stone Mask. So we'll do that. Empty Tome as well. And then the Stone Mask we'll grab. So let's grab that. Some shuffling. Some strategy. And there we go. Okay. So now you are pretty much good to go. Very solid. And now we're basically all ready to go. You can just essentially from here start banishing stuff you don't need. It's not really a problem. We'll fast forward up. Yeah. We'll upgrade the Tractor Orb just to keep that all kind of moving in. We'll go like this. Nice. Tractor Orb again. So yeah, then when you start to rumble the gold, that will be when you really start to have a really good time. So it's essentially like once you start upping your luck, then you get your light sources, then you start to really kind of build, and the game starts to really start generating gold for you without you having to really do anything. That's kind of like the major thing here. The gold then heals you. You're basically good to go. I'm gonna just upgrade this, upgrade that. We don't want to pick up anything more, so where you can just banish whatever you want, that you're not really feeling, or not like, where you can, just banish it, so that you are, only really getting the items you want, not really having any issues. Don't banish too much too early on, obviously, just keep kind of leveling. But as you can see, we're starting to, it's minute 2 already, we're starting to build that gold. The gold rush is starting to really kick in. This is where the random events really kicks in, super nice as well. So now you're starting to really like boost super duper nicely. Just gonna start doing that. You want to take curse, keep the enemies coming in, keep defeating the enemies. Really, it's now you're starting to, really ramp up, and it will just get progressively more as you can obviously keep the combo alive. So you're going to want to keep your enemies up, and then from there you're good to go. So this is the build, everything will be fine, and then you can just literally sit here and start to kind of rack up all that really good luck and growth and everything that you really want. Obviously, if you get additional passives, you can always pick those up with the boxes or anything like that. It always helps. There's bad magical one. And, it really comes down to, like, a lot of really good stuff kind of all happening at once through this box. So just keeping those enemies rolling in, keeping those, let's get the luck up. Keeping them kind of bumping out. You don't want to take Gatiamari. I know it can be a bit, a lot of people will be like, yeah, I want to take Gatiamari, but you don't actually want to take it at all, really. It's just not something that helps you out. So you ban it eventually, and you can see we're upping the curse wherever possible, because we're trying to keep the enemies rolling, and the more enemies that roll in, the more we're able to keep the bar up, pick up gold bars or gold boxes, and doing that really early on helps out a ton, and really just kind of keeps you safe. I know it sounds strange, but it really starts to help you out a lot. And then stone mask, and look, like all of a sudden we are at a really good. Now you can see you're starting to rack up the gold, and again keep enemies rolling in so that we can, you know, obviously boost everything. We can keep re-rolling until we get stuff that we like as well, which is always good. So that helps, and then, you know, kind of just start banishing stuff. But yeah, you start to really clear everything, and then, you know, it's all really just about like what you pick up with your lucky chests, things like that. You know, we can obviously look to pick up a chest as well, if possible, so that we can, you know, obviously get upgrades or, you know, get free items and some gold and everything. But yeah, once you've upgraded your laurel, once you've upgraded your lightning ring, then it's just about, you know, whatever you take next from your like chests and things, and that's obviously super important. And you can see we start another gold rush. So yeah, and then you just stand there, just literally stand there. It's all fine. You don't have to do anything once you're like, you know, fully built up. You just have to stand here, and then, like I said, occasionally chests will pop and things like that. And what you can do is you can take advantage of that, but just keep banning stuff so that you can hit your limit breaks as quickly as possible. We've got, obviously, so we've got our Sarand of healing. We've got these. Remember, we could take this. It's also really good. It gives you some nice big boosts and some extra skips and things, which is great. And then also, you can also take the slash if you really want to. But you can also go and take, for example, some of the dark hazards now. Like, you can receive one of these, which I always suggest, so Hail from the Future. And then whenever you level up, you will get one of those now. And that's always really good. So that helps a ton as well. You start banishing. Finish banishing, finish banishing, finish banishing, finish banishing, finish banishing. All the enemies, they kind of chill there now. Banish. Then we can take out Armadillo. We can take something like Crown. You know, you can do that to start kind of like boosting. We can take Crown. I accidentally click the Peachion, but that's fine. Banish it. Let's banish it. Let's banish it. Eventually you'll get to the point where you have no weapons left to banish. And then you're like... And then you're good. And then once you've done that, then you're starting to really kind of like accelerate out of control. Take some more EXP. There's a weapon box. So weapon box, you can get a weapon, but I don't suggest it. Like I say, you just don't want to deal with it. You want to break your stuff as much as possible. The Dios, the passives, you can definitely pick up. And as you can see, now we can just go random always. And now we're starting the limit break, and then we'll just progressively grow ridiculously strong, which obviously helps. And then I think the only last one, you don't need a treasure chest, you don't need this, you do not need this. I think we will take also gives and reflects enemy damage, so we can take Divine Bloodline, and you can take Slash as well for extra damage. Whatever you really want, it's no problem. And then yeah, at that point, like you're pretty much good to go. You can see absolute score, huge gold now, starting to make like it starts to build up, and then you start to make, you know, hundreds of thousands of gold, millions of gold, because as your character ramps up, as you start to really just kind of maneuver and do all your things, and you start to really get a bit crazy, you can take revives, you can take spinach, all those sort of things, give your character more damage, clear more mobs quickly, you know what I mean? It's all relative. Obviously you can take duplicator as well, if you're wanting to evolve lightning ring, that's also more than fine. You can run around a bit if you want to, or you can just leave the game open. Honestly, you don't have to do much. Like you are ready to go. So as you can see, then we start to make real money, and with that, then you can kind of move on to the advanced character guide. So like that's going to be entirely up to you. You're going to need to finish this if you're wanting to do more advanced. So if you're wanting to like do an advanced character guide, and there we go, we got Sword of Solution. So now we're really done, and then we just start going crazy, sicko mode, and just going nuts. You get bronze fingers, and yeah, we're just making tons of gold. So like I was saying, if you really want to make big money, like you want to do a even crazier farm, then you will need to farm around about 1 million gold from here. And then you'll be able to kind of get a really crazy farm. So basically we are going to kind of roll with this, and then need around about 10 million gold. So you can see here we're really starting to make some crazy gold. It's getting progressively more and 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 more, and yeah, we just keep kind of farming, but you want to get to around 10 million gold. If you can do that, then basically you will be like absolutely ready to go. We'll take this 10, so like you can take pretty much any of these, by the way. Like everything you take here is going to be 100% useful, especially this Corona's Banner. So it's not necessary for the setup, but it is great once you are set up, because then you just start expanding the enemy quantities, you start expanding your gold length time, get a nice evolved lightning ring, very excellent. Yeah, and so now you start to really, like if you look at our gold passive counter, we're going a bit crazy, and yeah, it just starts basically going really nuts. So, and you start to build up huge, and you start to just go crazy, and yeah, and then you run around and pick up gold fingers. But basically now you want to farm around 10 million gold. If you do that, then you will be able to score yourself quite a lot of good work. So that's my suggestion. If you are doing this, stick around here until you get to around about 10 million gold. It'll take a little bit of time. You can just leave your character, like literally can just leave your character, and they'll do the rest, so you don't have to worry. You can put some revives and candelabras and armors and all these sort of things if you really want to. It's not like a huge train smash. And then yeah, once you've done that, then you are almost lost our bonus. Almost lost our bonus. See, now look at our bonus, starting to really go crazy. No. 150, 160. Yeah, go. Running around is probably actually being slightly more detrimental, but there's one of those things. And you can grab the passives that you really want, and then you can finish those if you want to. But essentially, our goal now is to just kind of chill here, get as much gold as possible, and then finish off all the passives, and then from there let our character stand still, and then we'll just kind of farm a ton of gold. So that is setting up the gold farm. I hope that has been everything you could ask for. You could have stopped this video a long time ago. Obviously you didn't need to watch like the whole of this, definitely for sure. But it's a great little farm, and it does a ton of great work. And like I say, it's very easy to set up once you have Queen Sigma. So you just sit, make huge gold, easy peasy, and you don't have to worry, you don't have to panic at all. And then once you've collected your 10 million gold, then we can do something else really cool. So we basically, yeah, gonna then do something really insane with one of the characters, but we'll get there when we get there. So that'll be a whole nother journey, depending on obviously what you want to do. You don't have to do any of this. You don't need to farm gold. This is not a game that needs gold farming, but gold farming is cool because it lets you unlock everything, and also lets you do some really crazy stuff, make your characters like super OP, and then that's really fun. So yeah, we'll have to take a look and everything, but ultimately I think this is where I'll end it. So yeah, good luck, enjoy the video, and like I say, there you go, you've now learned how to farm gold. Hopefully you can have a much better time, and you can score yourself a ton of great wins. I think we are pretty much fully maxed out, so I don't know, there's only weapon boxes being left. I have no idea when you'll carry. I don't think you can die, by the way. I'm like 90% certain you can't die. Obviously I can't stand by that entirely, but I'm like 90% certain you cannot die. So I think you just farm it infinitely. And yeah, that's it from me. See you guys next time. Bye.